Hello class, this is chapter 8.8a, drawing a net. This lesson is based on some of the work you did in chapter 8.7 on the three-dimensional figures. In math, a net means a two-dimensional pattern that you can fold to form a three-dimensional figure. Perhaps some of you have had some experience with this if you've ever worked with putting together some cardboard boxes. Some of you maybe for pies, or maybe you've done cardboard boxes or cardboard files. What we're going to do here is look at what shapes we do have. If we look at a base right here, you'll see that that's kind of a square. And then we have some rectangles around the outside. There happen to be 4 rectangles, and then on the ends we have the 2 squares. One of the ways of doing this is to draw a large rectangle and divide it up into the 4 rectangles that will be the sides of the rectangular prism. Now we need to take into account the bases. And here's where you can have a little fun. We'll put one base over on this side, and a lot of times we'll put another base over on the opposite side. Now you could put the 2 bases down on the bottom if you'd like. You could put them anywhere along here. You probably don't want to put them on the same side. There are other ways of drawing this particular net, but this is one of the easier ways of doing it. We can also draw nets for solids that are not prisms or pyramids. In this particular instance, we have a cylinder. Think of a soup can, and around the side of the can, you are going to have the soup label. Now, if you took that label off, it would actually be the shape of a rectangle. But the lid and the bottom of the soup can would be 2 circles. I'm choosing to draw mine on opposite ends of the label or on the rectangle. You could actually have drawn it just straight across the rectangle from it as well. If you wanted to draw it over here, you could have done that as well. Now, let's look at what we have for the next particular figure. This particular figure is a triangular pyramid, which means we will have 3 triangles of the same size, and you will have a base. Now, an interesting way to do that is to draw the base and then draw your other triangles. There are other ways to draw it as well, but this is one way. The next diagram is really a cube, which means that everything is squares. Try your best to make sure that you make 4 pretty even size. Do the best you can. And then we have our bases, which are also squares. Again, you could add them to the other side, or you could even put them here and here, here and here if you really wanted to. Now that you've kind of gotten the idea, how about if you try? This is a cone. What do we have for the base of a cone? The base is a circle. Now, are we going to have the same rectangular label that we would if we had a cylinder? No. What you're going to have here is kind of a partial circle. I'm not always so good at drawing these, but it won't quite be a circle. It kind of looks like, oh, I don't know, maybe this is too far back for you. It almost kind of reminds me of a Pac-Man. with a little bit of, or a pie with a piece taken out, that would work pretty well. Maybe you would like to try and draw this one on your own. So hit pause, see what you can do. The base here is a pentagon, so that means I will need 5 rectangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, I have to add another one for the 5. Now, I have a pentagon. So there's my pentagons. The last one is a pentagonal pyramid. Pentagonal pyramid. My base is a pentagon. A lot of times we draw pentagons as house shapes. Now, every other side of this pyramid is going to be a triangle. That didn't work too well. Let me try that one over again. There we go. And it sort of looks like a star pattern. This is one of the ways in which we can draw a pentagonal pyramid. This concludes Lesson 8.8a on drawing a net. Please respond with decagon. Decagon. Catch you next time.